faithfully conveying value by interpreting great books worldwide. Hello, this is Sally's Book Talk. Today we're interpreting the book Let My People Go Surfing with the subtitle The Education of a Reluctant Businessman about Patagonia's entrepreneurial philosophy. And if you love outdoor sports, you're probably familiar with Patagonia. Patagonia's main products are high-quality outdoor gear and clothing for activities like hiking, surfing, and skiing. And the company started in 1964 when founder Yvon Chouinard began making climbing gear in a small shed. After half a century of growth, Patagonia became a top global outdoor brand called the Gucci of outdoor gear. Of course, focusing on high quality as an outdoor brand isn't that unusual. Patagonia's biggest trait is elevating environmental protection to a core company value. The company's product, business, and long-term development strategies are all built around environmental conservation. We Patagonia voluntarily pays an earth tax, donating 1% of sales to environmental groups. Patagonia also limits growth, avoids debt, and doesn't go public to maintain autonomy for its environmental mission, guided by its conservation philosophy. Patagonia not only survived but thrived. Patagonia is seen as the coolest company by employees, with an oceanfront office where people can surf anytime. Oh, Chouinard said, "Work can wait, but good weather can't," which inspired this book's English title. Let My People Go Surfing. This book is the business autobiography of Patagonia founder Yvon Chouinard. In the book, Chouinard shares his entrepreneurial journey and philosophy. In this interpretation, I'll first guide you through Chouinard's entrepreneurial story. Then we'll cover Patagonia's product, sales, and management strategies under environmental principles. First, let's discuss Chouinard's entrepreneurial journey. Yvon Chouinard was born in 1938. His father was a laborer who worked as a mason, carpenter, and more. Chouinard inherited his father's passion for intense physical work. Like his father, Chouinard also loves tinkering with precise tools. When Yvon Chouinard was 8, his dad had long suffered from asthma. The Chouinard family moved to California, hoping the dry climate would ease his father's condition. California's vast natural environment made Chouinard feel right at home. In elementary school, Chouinard would hit parks and creeks after class to catch frogs and crayfish. By middle school, he was using bows and arrows to hunt rabbits. Oh! He wasn't into most classes. He'd practice holding his breath the moment school started. Also, he could dive deeper and grab more abalone and lobster at Malibu on weekends. Ugh. The only classes he cared about were hands-on ones like auto repair. He loved sliding under cars on a creeper to fix them up. At 15, Chouinard joined a falconry club. Every spring weekend, he and the crew would hunt for eagle nests to catch and train eaglets. There was a rock climber in the club who taught Chouinard how the guys used ropes to rappel down to eagle nests on cliffs. This was Chouinard's first taste of rock climbing, and he got hooked right away. He often scaled mountains for climbing. Back then, tackling Yosemite's big walls was the dream for outdoor folks. Chouinard climbed it many times. He was a top climbing pro where you hammer pythons into the rock and climb up with ropes. And in the 1950s, pitons were disposable. Once hammered in, they couldn't be removed. It wrecked the environment and wasn't cost-effective. So, in 1957, at 18, Chouinard started crafting reusable pitons. By 1964, after military service, Chouinard officially launched his business. He bought fancier molds and machines, teamed up with climbing buddies to make gear, some for themselves, some to sell. Chouinard upgraded nearly every climbing tool back then. His gear was tougher and lighter than others. Chouinard and his crew once hauled a full climbing kit and scaled steep North American cliffs non-stop all day. And on a cliff face over 600 meters up, they rigged hammocks and slept overnight. Like Apple's Steve Jobs, Chouinard digs Zen meditation. So they share this near-identical idea about products, achieving extreme simplicity. Chouinard constantly pares down products, making them the toughest tools while also being the simplest, lightest, and most functional. This way, climbers only need to carry the lightest gear possible to the rocks. Chouinard's factory is in Ventura County, the surfer's paradise, where folks swing by before hitting the waves. They drop by the factory, grab some tools they dig, all thanks to top-notch quality and word of mouth. By 1970, Chouinard was the biggest climbing gear supplier in the U.S., snagging 75% of the market, but profits? Just 1%. Since he kept tinkering and rolling out new gear, the steel molds for making climbing tools, meant to last 3 to 5 years, got junked way early. In 1975, Chouinard decided to branch out into higher-profit outdoor apparel. Stuff like guide jackets, wool sweaters, waterproof gear, and canvas wear. The company got officially named Patagonia, tying back to mountaineering. Patagonia is a vast mountain area in Argentina and Chile, loaded with gnarly peaks. Like Fitzroy, Chouinard and buddies had scaled it multiple times before. He loved Patagonia's tough explorer spirit, naming the company after it and using Fitzroy as the logo. Even as boss, he never quit surfing or climbing. He'd head out often.
He once took a 6-month road trip through South America's southern tip.
Chouinard said he ain't a suit. He's a climber, surfer, kayaker, and skier. His crew's the same way. An employee named Tom spent months scaling Annapurna in the Himalayas. He hired climber pals, made and sold gear right on the rocks. Simple, versatile stuff that's top quality. And mixing business with climbing and surfing trips became Patagonia's signature biz philosophy. Now, I'll break down Patagonia's entrepreneurial philosophy through its product, sales, and management strategies. Patagonia's business philosophy in a nutshell: make the best gear while nudging folks to use it longer, cutting down Earth's resource drain. First up, the product strategy, making top-notch stuff. Patagonia brands itself as product-obsessed, crafting world's best climbing tools and outdoor apparel. So, what makes a product the best? Chouinard's definition? 3 things: top-tier quality, simplicity with easy repairs, and minimal eco-damage. Third, avoiding major harm. First, peak quality. That means being the gold standard in its category. Getting there takes relentless tweaks and fresh ideas. Back in the 70s, climbers wore wool sweaters for mountain chills, but wool's high maintenance, dry clean only. Way too fussy for climbers. Patagonia revamped fabrics, creating fleece jackets. Wool warm but machine washable. After fleece caught on, they upgraded to Sinkilla fabric, killing the pilling issue regular fleece had. That Sinkilla fleece? Still Patagonia's flagship, beloved by customers. Another must-have? Rain jackets for climbers. But regular nylon rain shells had awful inner condensation, drenching the jacket itself. That moisture soaked into insulation layers too, wrecking warmth. Deadly in unpredictable summit weather.
Patagonia fixed it, lining nylon shells with thin foam plus cotton.
Foam blocked cold air for extra warmth. Cotton absorbed sweat to cut condensation. Beyond fabrics, Patagonia pioneered a layering guide. Start with moisture-wicking base layers. Mid-layer, insulating fleece, outer shell, windproof waterproof jacket. This layering concept revolutionized climbing gear. Shell plus fleece plus base layer became the standard. Patagonia's products became the best in the industry, boasting a huge, loyal customer base. The second hallmark of Patagonia gear: simplicity, durability, and easy maintenance. Durability means all parts wear down at roughly the same pace. Take durable jeans. They'll get holes in the knees around the same time as the seat or pockets. But if swim trunks lose waistband elasticity in chlorine pools while the rest looks new, that's not durable. To give all components equal lifespan, they test till something fails, then reinforce that spot. Then see what breaks next, strengthen that part next, and so on, until the whole thing's rugged. Durable gear lasts longer. Customers replace items less often, slashing material and energy use. While boosting durability, Patagonia also urges folks to use products longer. They do this through 4 key moves. First, push DIY repairs. If gear breaks, Patagonia encourages self-fixes. They've posted 40+ free repair guides online. Second, offer repair services. If you can't DIY, take it to a retail store for fixes. Patagonia trains all store staff to handle basic repairs. If stores can't fix it, mail it to their dedicated service hub. Even customer repaired items get lifetime warranties, unlike most companies.
Many firms void warranties if you attempt repairs.
Some even create proprietary parts to actively block repairs. Third, run a secondhand marketplace. If you don't want an item, Patagonia urges, don't dump it. Resell to someone who does. So they built a resale platform where workers circulate unwanted gear. Fourth, offer recycling services. When products are truly unusable, Patagonia recycles them, like clothing. Patagonia recycles and reuses materials. The third feature, minimizing environmental harm. This permeates every production stage. First, Patagonia avoids excessive product styles. They calculated that adding one new style requires hiring 2.5 more employees. These styles might differ only slightly. So Patagonia limits styles, keeping production simple while perfecting core products. This ensures quality, reduces defects, and minimizes waste. Second, Patagonia selects the most eco-friendly materials. For apparel, they champion organic cotton, no chemicals, just organic fertilizers and natural pest control, making it truly green. Regular cotton guzzles pesticides in water, depleting soil and causing desertification. So Patagonia contracts global farmers for organic cotton and enlists suppliers in conservation, like helping Argentine farmers manage herd migration, nurture soil, and deepen roots to reverse grassland desertification. If a product harms the environment, even if profitable, Patagonia kills it. Like reusable pitons in the 1970s, once Patagonia's cash cow. But Chouinard found that even reusable pitons, when hammered repeatedly, scarred rock faces. So he ditched pitons for aluminum chocks. Just slot chocks into rock cracks. Same effect, no hammering needed. Moving from product strategy, let's explore Patagonia's sales approach. Its core? Building deep customer connections to boost loyalty. So how do we build deep connections? Patagonia mainly uses two methods. First, showcasing brand identity through mail order catalogs. Second, deep engagement with customers at Patagonia retail stores and dealerships. Generally, there are four main sales channels: mail order, direct dealers, agents, and e-commerce. Different companies adopt different channels at different times. Patagonia uses all four, but its most vital channel is mail order. Chouinard even called it Patagonia's voice, because Patagonia sees catalogs not just as sales tools, but as representations of company values and responsibilities. Catalogs showcase product features, teach layering systems, and share environmental initiatives. And, like sharing eco-stories, direct stores and dealer agents are also key channels Patagonia values.
Patagonia opens direct stores and outdoor hubs, like Berkeley, San Francisco's Pro Outdoor Epicenter.
In the SF Bay Area, they transformed a massive garage into a signature concept store. Or Chamonix under the Alps, always buzzing with global climbers and skiers. Patagonia runs a huge direct store in this town too. But direct stores are limited. Patagonia relies more on dealers. With dealers, Patagonia has one principle: deep cultivation. What does that mean? First, at least one staffer must be an outdoor enthusiast to properly guide target customers. Staff should know exactly which ski board matches a customer's skill level and budget.
Second, Patagonia wants dealers to foster sharing. Customers and staff swapping stories about conquered peaks or big catches. Additionally, Patagonia hopes staff and customers become friends within the outdoor community.
Even with the internet boom, Patagonia still urges folks to buy at stores so they can try gear, get great experiences, and find like-minded pals.
Marketing-wise, Patagonia skips broad ads like bus banners or magazines. It only targets niche groups.
Running deep features in small circulation sports mags. Because Patagonia believes impulse buys from ads. Grabbing a jacket or pack just to try? That's artificial demand, not real needs from core outdoor pros. Under artificial demand, customers buy Patagonia but never truly use it. That's pure waste. Another reason Patagonia avoids fake demand: no need for surveys. Most profits come from loyal customers. Loyalists bring 6 to 8 times more value than casual buyers. They buy new gear unprompted and even hype it to friends. Catalogs feature real customer photos, no pro models or photographers,
like climbers picnicking under cliffs in rusty pickups, or sailors resting mid-Pacific, showing real use, not staged shots. That's Patagonia's marketing.
Hearing this, you might wonder, with such chill marketing, does Patagonia even grow?
Next up, Patagonia's management strategy.
Patagonia wasn't always this zen. Its gear hooked outdoor lovers early on. Until 1991, it grew 30 to 50% yearly. Super fast. But hypergrowth blew past sustainable limits.
Rapid expansion bred chaos. 8 product divisions siloed, growth hijacked strategy, new hires flooded in, and global markets sprouted.
But when market growth fell short, dealers canceled orders fast. Inventory piled up, banks slashed credit, cash flow nearly broke. Patagonia had to downsize and cut pay to survive. This crisis made Chouinard realize, keep expanding like this and bankruptcy's next. Chouinard made a huge pivot. Halt expansion, grow only at natural rates. What does that mean? Patagonia ramps up production only when customers say they can't get what they want. That means growth might be single-digit percentages, even zero. But Chouinard sees no issue with that.
He refuses debt-fueled growth or going public, dead set on staying a small, beautiful private firm.
That's how he keeps 100% freedom. Like relentlessly prioritizing quality, or urging customers to repair gear instead of trashing it, or donating 1% sales as earth tax. Slower zero growth means efficiency must drive profits. So how to boost efficiency?
Patagonia's plan has 5 key moves. First, semi-independent product teams.
4 product lines, each with leaders, designers, PMs, finance and marketing staff, but centralized inventory. This keeps each line's style or marketing unique, while slashing costs via unified inventory and shipping, boosting overall efficiency. Second, designers collaborate with producers from day one. Consultant Michael Kami found, design stage costs just approximately 10% of total expenses. But 90% of a product's cost gets locked in during design. And if producers ignore specs, like fabric choice or cutting methods, it can scrap that 90% cost. Say a sewer alters seams out of habit, not design. It could wreck a waterproof jacket's performance, trashing the whole piece. To prevent such issues, Patagonia requires designers to collaborate with producers from the start, ensuring every design detail is implemented. Third, ensure smooth, reliable supply chains. Patagonia owns no fabric mills, factories, or selling workshops.
For ski jackets, they source fabrics, zippers from suppliers, then outsource sewing.
Patagonia meticulously vets suppliers and manufacturers, then provides expert guidance to improve quality while enhancing working conditions and labor relations. Fourth, avoid broad dealer networks. Build reciprocal strategies with select elite partners, like stable pricing for dealer profits, integrating their marketing into company campaigns to boost influence. This cuts time and money hunting new dealers while cultivating buyer-loyal customers through existing partners.
Fifth, boost staff efficiency.
Patagonia believes hiring right and easing employee worries dramatically increases efficiency. Patagonia's top hiring rule: recruit actual customers whenever possible. This lets them connect directly with products, intuitively assess performance, spot improvements, and suggest changes during design, production, and sales. Plus, Patagonia knows solving life worries makes staff more efficient.
Childcare during work hours is a major workplace headache.
Patagonia offers on-site childcare. Infants 2 or more months at company centers. School-age kids get picked up by staff and join activities at company clubs. Okay, that wraps up Patagonia's management strategies.
Finally, let's recap. Patagonia's product strategy is crafting the best gear, constantly innovating, boosting durability, extending lifespan, and reducing environmental harm.
Patagonia's sales strategy is all about building deep connections with customers to boost loyalty, offering pro guidance offline, creating communities for sharing outdoor adventures, and sticking to real demand by nurturing loyal customers. Patagonia's management strategy avoids debt and going public, growing naturally while pushing production efficiency. In recent years, Patagonia still charges ahead on the front lines of environmental protection. Back in 2015, Patagonia handed Obama's administration a petition signed by 75,000 people demanding the removal of 4 dams on the Snake River. They argued the dams mess with salmon migration. Then, in 2019, Trump's administration slashed the size of 2 national protected lands. Patagonia blasted on its site in stark black and white. The president stole your land, protesting that decision. Beyond that, Patagonia became the poster child for anti-traditional biz marketing. Like during China's online shopping frenzies, Patagonia slapped notices on its homepage saying, "No sales or discounts," urging folks to buy less and think more. Their consistent vibe, totally embraced by shoppers. In 2018, Patagonia's annual revenue topped $1 billion. The New Yorker once put it, Patagonia has, and will keep, planting that eco-pioneer flag between itself and consumers. All right, that wraps up Let My People Go Surfing. The reading notes are below the audio. Catch you next time.